Dr. Paul Cook, and tonight his associate, Nate Swift. Thank you. And now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First of all, for the Bruins.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the GCU Arena for a top 10 showdown between the number 6 ranked UCLA Bruins and the number 9 ranked Grand Canyon University Antelopes. I'm Kyle Borg alongside Diana Johnson, and Diana, the Lopes are returning off of a road trip, and a tough road trip at that when they took on Pepperdine last weekend in a 3-game series.
And a tough weekend it was. They fought through 3 weekend losses to Pepperdine. Hugo Fisher really carried the team, picking up 13 kills in that first game and 14 in the second and third game. He certainly gives a difficult look for opposing teams, and we will see if he will make as much headway against UCLA here tonight.
Well, and the Bruins come into this one at 11-4 on the season and are the 6th best team in the country. They're coming off a 2-game road trip at Stanford and are at the end of their 6-game road trip overall here this weekend.
Not only are they ranked 6th in the NVA and AVCA coaches poll, but we're going to go ahead and send it down to starting lineups for GCU.
University Antelopes. An outside hitter, a 6'5" freshman from Carlsbad, California, number 5, Camden Gianni. The setter is a 6'7" sophomore from Hayden City, Florida, number 8, Heath Hughes. And middle blocker, a 6'7" senior from Santa Barbara, California, number 10, Yippee-ki-yay, Ian McLean. An outside hitter, a 6'5" sophomore from Carlsbad, California, number 11, Christian Jenkins. The libero is a 6'3" sophomore from beautiful Santan Valley, Arizona, number 13, Cole Udall. At opposite, a 6'8" sophomore from Vermeers, Belgium, number 19, Hugo Fisher. And a middle blocker, a 6'7" sophomore from Orlando, Florida, number 23, Kyle Thompson. The Lopes are 4-8 on the season, 4-8 in Mountain Pacific Sports Federation play. Currently ranked number 9 in the nation. They're led by head coach Matt Worley. Assistant coach Keith Smith, graduate assistant Andrew McCall, special assistant to the head coach Ethan Rucker.
Those were your starting lineups brought to you by Talking Stick Resort Arena for the visiting UCLA Bruins. They'll start Cole Ketchensky, Cole Pender, Sam Cobrine, Ian Parrish, Merrick McHenry, Sam Berge, and Austin Matsuotia. And for the Lopes it is the usual starters: Camden Gianni, Heath Hughes, Ian McLean, Christian Janke, Cole Udall, Hugo Fisher, and Kyle Thompson. The Lopes in the home whites, and their libero in purple, and UCLA also in white tonight with their libero in the light blue. Those were your Talking Stick Resort starting lineups. Heath Hughes looks like he's gonna get ready and start us off for the Lopes. On your screen, the Lopes will be going from left to right, UCLA from right to left. It's a top 10 battle in the Valley of the Sun here in Phoenix, Arizona, as the GCU Arena is getting fuller and louder by the second, and we are underway between number 6 and number 9, right in the middle, and an immediate kill and a 1-0 lead for UCLA as Merrick McHenry gets kill number 112 on his season, and he leads the MPSF in hitting percentage, and they feed the middle blocker right off the bat. Serve gets off of Camden Gianni, and an ace for Cole Ketchensky.
You know, Kyle, this should be a really interesting matchup because the Bruins beat the #1 ranked BYU, and so did the Lopes. So, I mean, this could be a really good game here tonight. Good back and forth action.
Back-to-back service aces for Cole Ketchensky. Those are aces number 28 and 29 on his season. He entered the evening at second in the MPSF in aces. So a 3-0 UCLA Bruins lead quickly here in set number 1. That one, Udall receives it and will feed Hughes. Outside to Camden Gianni. No touch, and it's a 4-0 Bruins lead. Ian McLean's gonna get the Lopes on the board, and it's 4-1 in favor of UCLA.
He's always one that comes in and he's really level-headed, and he makes those key plays when the Lopes really need them.
Big serve from Gianni. Now outside and down from Sam Berge, getting the kill, and it's a 4-point lead again for the Bruins. Looks like Sam Berge, 17, is gonna be the server now after getting that last kill. Udall gets one away for Hughes. Outside to Fisher, who gets that one down, and Hugo Fisher, who came off a strong weekend, Diana, getting his first kill on the night.
Yeah, he's proving early on that he is that asset that really is going to switch things up for the Lopes and keep them in tonight's matchup.
Second on this team in kills, entering the evening. And another big one from Merrick McHenry. And the redshirt freshman McHenry will go back to serve it away. He did not play last season in the shortened 2020 campaign. He was a volleyballmag.com Fab 50 recruit that committed to this Bruins team. And it's a 6-2 lead for his UCLA Bruins. That one's out of play. And it's 6-3 as the Lopes are going to get one back, and Hugo Fisher will go back to serve it away for GCU.
Actually, Kyle, back to that Fab 50 thing, most of these guys on the UCLA team actually were on that list.
In the middle, now outside, is getting the kill, Austin Matsuotia. Now the setter, Sam Cobrine, will go back to serve it away for UCLA. That one for Hughes. Janke gonna get started. He's got his first kill. Christian Janke has had a quiet season so far. Normally one of the leaders in kills. He is third on the team in kills, but not quite to the 100 kill threshold for Christian Janke just yet. It was his 92nd kill on the season. He'll be the server. Always a dangerous serve, and he unloads one. And now it's outside for Kaczynski, but it's kept alive by Udall. Now for Gianni, who takes a big swing, and it's off the block. Cobrine will have it. He'll set outside. Kaczynski again. Fisher this time. He'll unload. Pender's there to dig it out. And Pender will send over a free ball. One libero to the other. Hughes, back row. Janke gonna get his second kill in a row, and it's 7-5 UCLA as Christian Janke, the redshirt sophomore, coming from that 10-foot line to get a huge kill.
That was a great pull from Matautia to keep that one alive. You can see he was trying to keep it in. He almost hit that barrier there. Good hustle.
Janke off the tip. He's gonna get a service ace. His 15th on the season.
Christian Janke to serve.
A 1-point game now at 7-6 in favor of UCLA. Now Janke gonna pick up a service error. UCLA back up by 2. Matautia is going to be the server for UCLA. And back-to-back service errors from both sides. Back to a 1-point game at 8-7 UCLA. UCLA currently on a 2-game winning streak entering this weekend set with the Lopes. They'll play again tomorrow here inside the arena. Cobrine outside. Kaczynski gonna get another kill, and Cole Kaczynski is having a decent day so far early on. His second kill in 4 attempts. This is Parrish to serve. And Parrish's serve is long and out of play, and Ian Parrish will go back out for the libero Cole Pender, who will check back in as Heath Hughes, the setter for GCU, will serve it for the Lopes, down 9-8. Hughes sends one over. Cobrine's gonna get the offense started here. Blocked. Pender digs it out with one hand. Out wide, Kaczynski again. Cole Kaczynski, who is second in the MPSF in kills, gets back-to-back kills, and it's 10-8 for the Bruins, and he will be the server as well. Close set early on. Here's the serve. It clips the net on the way through, and another ace. That's his third already on the game. It's Cole Kaczynski again.
Such a good server, and not only does volleyball run in his blood, but it also runs in his family's blood. His dad, Alexander, excelled in volleyball as well, helping Canada to its best finish ever, 4th place at the 1984 Olympic Games.
And his serve this time into the net. So entering today, he was tied at the top of the MPSF leaderboards with Camden Gianni and aces. Both had 27. He's got 3 already, so 30 aces on the season for Cole Kaczynski. Camden Gianni still with 27. See if he picks one up here as he's the server. Won't do it, it's out of play, and it's 12-9. Sam Berge, the Jupiter, Florida native, will head back to serve it away. Also a member of that Fab 50 list, as are most of these UCLA Bruins. Off the top of the tape, and Udall gets there. Hughes will have to run it down.
Merrick Mchenry on the block. Timeout called by the Lopes.
Coach Worley's going to call a timeout. It's 13-9 UCLA and Diana as we get through about halfway through this first set here in this one. Let's take a look at the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the games to see what the Lopes can do to snap out of a 3-game losing skid.
So my first key is rotation is key. UCLA and GCU have met one time this year already on January 29th, and UCLA swept GCU in 3 sets. However, this was really early in on the season. The guys were still finding kind of that money rotation, Kyle. I believe they have settled into a rotation that really works for them. So I'm thinking this matchup will be a little bit different. A little bit of a rough start, but we'll see. There's a lot of volleyball left to play. My second key is sharp. The Lopes just dropped 3 straight matches against Pepperdine. Not really something that boosts their confidence going into tonight's matchup against the number 6 team. They need to be sharp in hitting, passing, and serving. The less errors, the better, the more successful they'll be. Already seeing quite a few service errors. I'm hoping that will whittle down to very little amounts. My third key is level-headed. Kyle, there are going to be moments in the game where the guys are going to make some mistakes. I mean, already. That is just how volleyball is. It's a game of mistakes, and who can make less of them. When they make mistakes, they cannot let it affect their mentality. They have to keep themselves out of their heads and really on the court, in their shoes, and in the moment.
Those were your Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game as we get ready to get back underway. It's a 4-point UCLA lead, and Sam Berge is the server. He clips it, and it's out of play for another service error. And if you look at UCLA coming into this one, already 5 service errors here today. They entered this this matchup with 328 total service errors on the season, so you can add 5 to that total and counting. But they also have a ton of aces as another big kill from Merrick Mchenry.
The funny thing about serving in men's volleyball is the goal is to hit it really hard. It's not really. It's very different from women's volleyball where it's like placement and float. So service errors really bound to happen in men's volleyball.
Outside, Janke gonna get another big kill for the Lopes. And they cut back into this UCLA lead, and Christian Janke has got 3 kills to lead the Lopes, and it's tied with Merrick Mchenry at the top of the leaderboard early. And it's a 3-point Bruins lead over the Lopes as Hugo Fisher will serve it away now for GCU. Almost got down as Cobrine keeps it alive. Cole Katrensky again. He's now got 3 as it's a 15-11 lead. Sam Coburn will serve it again now for UCLA. He's got 9 aces on his season. Udall. Hughes, quick up for Kyle Thompson. Kyle Thompson gets his first kill on his first attack. Janke's gonna serve, and Kyle Thompson, he touches 12 feet on his jump approach. He is easily has the highest leaping ability of anybody on this GCU team, and probably anybody in the conference as well.
Yeah, he's crazy. And the funny thing, I love to tell viewers this, he started playing volleyball when he was, I believe, a junior, senior, kind of somewhere in there. So he hasn't been playing the sport very long, but he got recruited to a D1 school along with his buddy Heath Hughes. Both come from Florida. Just a crazy story, and he improves every single time I see him play.
Yeah, Kyle Thompson from Orlando, Florida, and Heath Hughes from Haines City, Florida, both natives of Florida here on this GCU team. In the middle, Ian Parrish, the California native, gonna get a huge kill, and you can see number 7, that big frame on that UCLA side. He played tight end and defensive end in high school for the football team along with volleyball, and his grandfather just so happens to be Dick Butkus. Heath Hughes outside for Gianni. Out of play. Lopes bench wanting a touch, not gonna get it as it was off of the linesman's foot. of course, the linesmen are a part of the court. He was standing out of bounds, so therefore the ball was also out of play, and it's a 17-13 UCLA Bruin lead here in set number 1. It's been about 4 points the whole way. Lopes cut it to 1. Couldn't get it past that as Hugo Fisher gonna get a huge kill off of the head of a UCLA blocker. And it's 17-14. Thompson will serve it away now for the Lopes. 5th on this team in service aces. Gobrin outside. That one off of Fisher's shoulder. And Sambergi with a huge kill, as Ian Parrish will go back to serve it away with his team up by 4.
Definitely looks like he once played football, for sure.
Stands at 6'9", and you can just tell he's got that wide upper body and the shoulders. Just looks like he played tight end and defensive end. Right at you, Dahl. Here's Fisher now from the back row from Hughes. And Fisher, another kill, leads back down to 3.
And he's 3 for 3, perfect hitting percentage. Really consistent, just what the Lopes need.
And Hughes will float one right at Pender. In the back, Merrick Mchenry can't get it to fall, and it's out of play. Lopes back within 2. They had it down to 1 at 8-7, but couldn't tie it up. And then UCLA jumped back out to a 4-point lead. Gobrin in the middle, McHenry again. Merrick McHenry is now 4 for 4. So 4 kills on 4 total attempts, as Cole Kaczynski will head back to serve it away for UCLA. It's a 3-point lead, 19-16, closing in on the end of set number 1. Right into the net. Lopes gonna get it back for Camden Gianni. Number 5 for the Lopes will head back to serve it away. Lopes currently on a 3-game losing skid, trying to break that here this evening. Gobrin in the middle, Merrick McHenry finding holes in that Lopes defense, and it's 20-17.
You know, they lost that point, but I really liked Camden Gianni's off-speed shot, short ball right there. He's like, I missed the last few serves. I need to get this in a good spot, good placement. Smart decision from him. High volleyball IQ.
Janke, Hughes, Fisher gonna tip, gonna get it to go. Hugo Fisher skying for that one. The Lopes get it back within 2. So now Trevor Weary's gonna check in for the Lopes, and he'll do some of the serving. That's pretty much what Trevor Weary's been used for the most part this season, is a change of pace serve, especially when the Lopes tend to need it.
And he's really consistent.
He is consistent with that float serve that he just sent over. Gobrin out wide. Kept alive by Hughes. Now Weary's gonna set one for Fisher. How about that? Hugo Fisher gonna get another kill, give Trevor Weary the assist. Lopes get it back down to 1.
And he's 5 for 5 now. Man, he has just had the best last few games. He had a few dry spells there in the middle of the season, but something just really has lit him up.
Weary gets that one over. Outside, Austin sends it over as Fisher will get it, and Fisher will send it into the net. So Austin Matautias served one up there for the Lopes and gave him some trouble, as Fisher couldn't quite handle the set, and he sent it into the net, and it's 21-19 as Merrick McHenry will go back to serve. Janke gonna get one. McHenry can't dig it out. And Christian Janke gonna get another kill. That's his 4th. Back to within 1. Lopes have yet to be able to tie it up here in this set. They've cut it to 1 on 3 occasions now. It's 21-20. See if the Lopes can take advantage off the left hand of Hugo Fisher, and they tie it up on the ace.
That's his 11th ace of the season. Sits number 3 in aces, right behind Christian Janke and Camden Gianni. Such a talented player indeed, and you know, looking at both sides, now really just looking at UCLA, because I really enjoy reading the bios for these guys. They're really exceptional guys, and their families are great. They got lots of athletic talent. We mentioned it already, all the guys have been in that Fab 50, most of them, and that really attributes to their head coach. He really picks the best of the best for this UCLA team. It's like the dream team, Kyle.
Yeah, UCLA always good. Last season in the shortened year struggled a little bit, 10-9 when the season ended, just 2-3 in MPSF play. But going back to the last time anybody played a full season, all the way 2019, they were 19-9, 8-4 in the conference, and their season ended to USC in the MPSF conference tournament. So UCLA looking to get back to the NCAA tournament this year. You talked about it at the top of the broadcast. Both sides have beaten BYU this year, as BYU still sits at number 2 in the poll, right behind Hawaii. And BYU had held that number 1 spot all the way up until the Lopes beat them back on February the 25th when the Lopes swept the Cougars. Of course, UCLA started their season 2-0, started off with a win against these same Lopes in a 3-0 victory for them. This is the second time both sides are seeing each other this season, as Fisher serves it again. Not going to get down this time, as UCLA will be able to run it down, and Coburn will send it over. Back row, Gianni! Gianni gives the Lopes their first lead of the match, and it's 22-21.
I think this comeback is attributed to my key mental strength. The guys never let those point deficits really just bother them or bug them.
Service ace, Hugo Fisher. His second in the last 3 serves, and the Lopes are up by 2. And that's gonna force UCLA to call their second timeout of the set. Lopes finally have a lead here in set number 1. It's 23-21. The conclusion of set number 1 is on the other side of this break.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Back inside the GCU Arena, it's 23-21 in favor of the host Grand Canyon University Lopes, as they finally were able to tie this thing up and then finally able to get in the lead for the first time at 22-21 off of the left hand of Hugo Fisher, as he will continue to be the server in the midst of a 4-0 Lopes run right now that has us where we are at 23-21. Fisher's serve is in the net, so the timeout proves to be effective for UCLA, and it's a 1-point Lopes lead. Tanner Petrel's gonna check in, and so is David Keichel here at the end of set number 1. Hughes and Fisher check out, so interesting substitutions here into the Lopes rotation.
I was just gonna say that.
See if it pays off. Coburn off of the hands of Gianni, and another service ace. That's their 4th as a team. It is 23-23 now after the service ace from UCLA, but both sides coming into this one in a pretty good coaching matchup for these two schools. Of course, the Lopes led by the 6-year man head coach Matt Worley, and in his 9th year in the control of the Bruins is John Spurraw.
Yeah, John Spurraw, true volleyball royalty in my eyes. He's right up there with Karch Karai, for me at least. He's just such volleyball royalty. There's no other way to put it. So he has produced 3 NCAA titles and a 2016 Olympic bronze medal finish as a head coach. He's also set to begin his 9th season at the helm in Westwood. During his collegiate coaching career, he has been named the American Volleyball Coaches Association Coach of the Year, the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Coach of the Year, and Volleyball Magazine Coach of the Year. And in 2018, he was inducted into the Southern California Indoor Volleyball Association Hall of Fame.
Coach Spurraw is 160-83 at the helm of the Bruins, while Coach Worley is 83-63 in control of the Lopes. He is also the program's all-time winningest head coach. Tied up at 23, Coburn is the server for UCLA. The first one to score 2 consecutive points is gonna win this set. And that's off of Udall. Janke will serve one up for Kieshel, and he gets down. David Kieshel off the assist from Christian Janke. And the Lopes have the advantage and can put away this first set after an impressive comeback, being down as many as 4 on multiple occasions. And they are up 24-23 right now, looking to close it out with one of their top 2 servers, Christian Janke, on the service line. Pender digs, Coburn sets it up, and guess who? It's Cole Kaczynski getting another kill, his 4th of the evening. We're tied at 24, so first one again to win 2 consecutive points, and it's either been Cole Kaczynski for UCLA or Merrick Mchenry really doing the damage to the Lopes here. That one's sent over. Petchel serves one up, but can't get it down. It's off the antenna, and the Lopes are back up by a point. Gianni's gonna wind up with the kill. And now Kyle Thompson, who offers a little bit of a different serve as well, back to the service line with his team up by 1. Line drive floater. That one up top, Kaczynski again.
We're into extra points. Hopefully we won't go into as many extra points as we did in that one BYU game. That was crazy.
45-43 in set number 2 of that first matchup here at home against BYU for the Lopes. This is Matheny now just checking in. He'll serve it away. Petchel outside, Gianni right at Matheny. Kieshel again, Matheny gets it back. It's over to the Lopes, Udall, Petchel, back row, got the kill. It's Christian Janke again, and that is classic. A classic play for Christian Janke. Lopes back up by 1, 26-25. Fisher's back in. Hughes is back in as well. Hughes is gonna go back to serve. And it's 26-25 in favor of the Lopes. Kaczynski, Coburn in the middle. Merrick Mchenry ties it up.
Merrick Mchenry with the hit. Cole Kaczynski to serve.
Cole Kaczynski will serve it away now. He's got 3 aces, not gonna pick up a 4th. And that one way long, it's 27-26. Lopes staying on top. Gianni will serve, the leader on this team in aces. Was leading the MPSF before Cole Kaczynski picked up 3 in this set. Udall keeps it alive. Hughes for Fisher. That's gonna end it. Hugo Fisher and the Lopes claw their way back into set number 1 and finish it off 28-26.
This set was wild. I felt like it was a roller coaster. I think the guys started off the most rough that I've seen them all year. It was 0-4 at one point in time. But really this game goes to their mental capacity, and they really stayed level-headed throughout the game. When they were down by 4, when they were down by 5, they kept it really steady. So good job to the boys.
28-26 your final score in set number 1. Lopes have a 1-set advantage as we will take a break and we'll get back for set number 2 inside the GCU Arena after this.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
While you...
Oh, probably.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
When you have the urge to play outside, Tire Pros wants to get you there, offering convenience, selection, and our national roadside assistant. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you.
Back inside the GCU Arena as we get set for set number 2, and let's take a look at your updated Commonwealth game stats.
So GCU pulling ahead in kills category with 17 to UCLA's 15 errors. GCU heading that up. Total attempts sitting relatively even, as well as hitting percentage. Blocks, UCLA's got that single one to GCU's no. Assists, very similar. Digs, GCU's doing a great job on their defense, which is really awesome for them. That's headed up by Heath Hughes and Cole Udall, as well as our 2 outsides, Christian Janke and Camden Gianni.
That was the Commonwealth game stats up to date through the first set of play. And the one that stuck out to me, Diana, was those hitting percentages. 565 for the Lopes, 560 for UCLA. Not a lot of blocking going on. In fact, only 1 block, and that was for the Bruins.
Yeah, that's a really awesome number. I mean, normally a good hitting percentage game is sitting around 300. 500, that's crazy for both teams.
I'm sure that will end up changing at some point, but a good first set as a lot of people were able to find holes in the defenses on both sides. And Parrish starts it off with another service error. And it's 1-0 Lopes. They take an early lead in set number 1. McLean, service ace in the back corner.
That's a rare one for him. He's another one in the team that really sticks with that jump floater.
McLean does not get a ton of service aces, but he picks one up that time. And then Merrick Mchenry responds, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Lopes. Kolkachensky is the server now. His team down by 1 at the moment, and it's a 2-1 advantage for the Lopes. And Kachensky, his last 2 serves have not been close to being in play, as he picked up 3 service aces in that opening set, but the last 2 times he went to serve, that one way wide, and the one before that was way long. Fisher sparked the Lopes back in front and got him that set win in the opener. He serves it there. Hughes outside, janky tips, kept alive by McHenry. Dug out, and now again, this is Heath Hughes gonna get the kill. Lopes up by 3.
First kill for setter Heath Hughes. I've seen him get a few kills in the past season.
His 11th on the year, as UCLA's Austin Matautia couldn't quite dig that kill out from Heath Hughes. You saw him on the floor trying to get his pancake down, couldn't do it. And now Fisher serve into the net. It's 4-2 UCLA. So will be Sam Berge to serve it now. Berge was on the 2017 U.S. Boys Youth National Training Team before coming to UCLA. He's a redshirt sophomore this season. That one got over. In the middle, Thompson couldn't quite get it down, and it's straight into the net. And it's 4-3 Lopes.
The timing just wasn't there, and also he was a little bit off the net for that one. Maybe just so he could get a good look at the block before he put it away, but
out of play, Lopes get it back. Jenke's gonna serve. His team up by a pair. Jenke, a 2020 All-MPSF second team member and a 2019 All-Freshman MPSF honor. Didn't quite get the line on that one. A little bit long from Christian, and it's 5-4 in favor of the Lopes. So early on, through 1 full set, and now early in the second set, it's been pretty back and forth, Diana. Can't ask for a whole lot more.
yeah, we're seeing some great volleyball.
Great volleyball all the way around.
There's nothing I love better than some good volleyball.
Absolutely. Fisher not getting down. And we are knotted up at 5 apiece, as Fisher couldn't quite find the back corner. Merrick Mchenry, the Bedford, Texas native, will do the serving here. Right at Gianni, his pass a little bit of an errant one, but Fisher gives it back, and Gianni went to tool the block but missed, and his kill went way wide off the scores table, and it's 6-5 UCLA, their first lead of this opening set. Well, Merrick Mchenry, the redshirt freshman who didn't get to play in 2020 despite being a top 5 recruit in the nation, showing why he was top 5 this year. That one right for Fisher's left hand. And Fisher knots it up at 6. Fisher's got 7 kills, tied at the top with Merrick Mchenry. Both hitting well over 500 on this one so far. Thompson's the server. Coburn for Kolkachensky. Sam Coburn will serve it up. His brother Kevin is also on this UCLA team. Have yet to see Kevin in this one. Maybe get him a little bit later on as Coburn sends that up. Pender outside, Kachensky. Kept alive Fisher, Udall. He'll go for Camden Gianni. He'll be blocked but out of play. Tied back up at 7 apiece. The setter for the Lopes, Hughes, will go back to serve it away. Surprisingly enough, he leads this team in digs as well as assists. Just sitting right in front of Udall in the digs category. That one from Udall for Fisher. Fisher's second attempt is good. And it's 8-7. So the Lopes regain the lead by a point here. Hughes will remain the server. This is the 10th straight week that the Lopes are ranked in the top 10, coming into this one at number 9. Gianni gonna be blocked. Hughes one more time. Gianni's third attempt from Camden hits the floor, and it's 9-7. Floats that one at Pender. Bergey's got to keep it alive. For Kaczynski, not going to get to the net. Lopes on a 4-0 scoring run. It's 10-7, their biggest advantage here in set number 2. Looking to take a commanding 2-set lead if they can win this one. Not going to fall on the opposite side. 11-7, and Coach Spurraw wants to talk things over with his Bruins side. It's 11-7.
Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU. From the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GameDay20 today only to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Log on and get your gear today.
Lopes have a 4-point advantage here in set number 2 as UCLA has just called their first timeout of the set. They'll have one remaining. Coach Worley still has both of his timeouts, but his team in a good position right now. Up by 4 as this is a battle of top 10 opponents and conference foes as well, as UCLA sits in second in the MPSF. The Lopes currently in 5th. UCLA came into this one at 11-4. Lopes just 4-8 on the season, and despite that 4-8 record, Diana, the Lopes have played pretty good sets and pretty good volleyball all the way around, just haven't quite been able to get a ton of victories in the tough MPSF conference.
Yeah, obviously they're returning from that really tough road trip out to California, dropping 3 games. One of them they did go to 5 sets. The other 2 they got swept. So not really sure what happened. I tuned into one of the games, the last game, and it just looked like the energy was not there, which is so unlike our guys. They're very energetic guys. I mean, if you get a chance to watch the bench, they really hype each other up.
Back underway in a nice little touch from Austin Matsautui. And now Matsautia will serve it away. After picking up the kill, it's 11-8, ending the Lopes 4-0 run. He'll serve it away for his Bruins. Jenke, a good pass to Hughes. They'll go for Gianni. Pender running it down. Great hustle from the libero. And now the Lopes gonna get a nice touch at the net, as the second pass was a little too strong. And the Lopes are back up by 4, but what hustle from the libero, Cole Pender.
Yeah, awesome hustle. He took out a chair back there. I really love when they just go all out for those. He was named to the MPSF All-Freshman team in 2019. Really talented libero.
In the middle, Parrish gonna get down as Hughes made a diving attempt but couldn't quite save it, and it's 12-9. Parrish will be the server now. Only saw action in 3 matches in the shortened year last season and did not play in 2019, Ian Parrish, as he'll get ready to do the serving. 8 aces for him on the year. Hughes back set for Fisher. Back to him. Udall will set up Hughes again for Fisher, who is blocked, and it finds the corner. That's going to be Berge and McHenry teaming up on the block.
I mean, you already mentioned Ian Parrish's connections. He says his favorite athlete is Dick Butkus, and you didn't really mention who Dick Butkus is. He's an American football player. He's a sports commentator and an actor. He was a linebacker for the Chicago Bears for the NFL.
I believe he was on that Super Bowl team in '84.
Yeah, I believe so.
And do you think he has to say that that's his favorite athlete?
I don't know. If my grandpa was in the NFL, I think I would say
Hall of
that.
Famer Dick Butkus. So we're back here. Volleyball 13-10 in favor of the Lopes. Fisher pushing it through, not gonna get it all the way through. It's blocked again. Golkaczynski again. Second team all MPSF and on the all freshman team as well a season ago. A sophomore from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Missing the line again. Cole Kaczynski can't get UCLA going, and it's 14-11 Lopes with a 3-point advantage. Fisher will be the server for the Lopes now. And now back-to-back serves from Fisher are in the net, and it's 14-12. In the net again from UCLA, and it's back to a 3-point lead. Berge couldn't get it over. This is UCLA's first game in about 10 days. They last played on the 24th at Stanford in a 3-0 win. Their game on the 31st at Pepperdine was canceled, so they have not played in about 10 days or so now, entering this one. End of their 6-game road trip. This is games 5 and 6. And then they'll be back at home as Hughes with the quick dump kill. Or no, it's gonna be kept alive. I thought that hit the ground, and I think so did the Lopes. Hughes again, Gianni, no doubt about that one. And it's 16-12 in favor of the Lopes.
Yeah, that one, definitely the Lopes did think that ball was dead, but they sprawled out, got that one over. Even the announcer, the person controlling the DJ music said that he started playing music, he thought it was over, but you gotta play those things all the way through, make sure they're absolutely dead and hit the floor. This UCLA team really knows how to hustle.
16-12, GCU lead. They're up by 4 as Coach Spurrock calls his second timeout of this one as the Lopes are back up by 4. UCLA, again, end of a 6-game road trip. They'll be back at home on the 9th and the 10th of April to take on BYU for the 3rd and 4th times on their season. They split the first 2 matchups after beating BYU on February the 4th in a 3-1 victory, and then getting swept on the 6th of February, 3-0. So 2 good matches coming up after this one.
That sounds really familiar to the second time we played them at home. We swept them, we set that record for most points played in Division I men's volleyball, and then we got swept by BYU the next day.
And of course, the Lopes played BYU 4 matches in a row. At the time, BYU was #1 for all 4 of those matches, so not a bad place to be. If you're going to play a team 4 games in a row, it might as well be the best team in the country. Ended up taking 1 of those 4. UCLA swept the Lopes to open the season on January 29th, 3-0, and they were ranked #9 in the country. The Lopes, of course, were ranked #10 at the time. Now UCLA at 6, Lopes at 9. This is the 10th straight week that the Lopes have been in the top 10. And the 9th team for the 2nd straight week as well.
Yeah, we talked to Worley at the beginning of the season, and he wants GCU to be known as for their men's volleyball. And I think they're really making a name for themselves this season especially. I mean, they started to last season, but it's hard to tell with COVID having canceled everything. But they're well on their way to being known as a volleyball program. Someone even mentioned them. I was listening to the BYU broadcast one time when the Lopes were down there, up there in Salt Lake City, and the commentators were saying, wow, this looks like a young BYU team. And that was really exciting for me to hear, because I just had a conversation with Worley about that.
Ian Parrish going to get the block on that one, 16-14, and the Lopes have built a very good program in 6 years underneath head coach Matt Worley. He's been able to recruit high-level talent. You see it on the floor. Of course, they are still a relatively young program and a young team as well. Last year, when the season was cut short, they were sitting in 2nd with their only loss in the conference to BYU, in fact. Fisher keeps that alive. Now Udall will pick it up. Fisher will send a free ball over. Coburn, Parrish gonna get it to fall. 16-15, Lopes lead down to 1. And this set number 2 is beginning to mirror set number 1 a little bit, Diana. Lopes jump out to a lead, UCLA cuts it, Lopes lead, and now UCLA cutting back into it. Of course, the Lopes were able to jump back into the lead in set number 1 and ultimately win that set 28-26. Gianni got to sprawl a little bit for that one. Janky there this time. Hughes for Gianni, off of the hands and gets it to fall. Lopes back up by 2. Gianni's got his 8th kill.
His hard-driven shots are really not working, so he's really using his brain and seeing what's working and what's going to fall in UCLA's side. That's a smart volleyball player right there.
Thompson serves that one up. Kaczynski's blocked, and now the Lopes are going to get the point. They're going to say Kaczynski wasn't behind that 10-foot line when he took off.
Thompson to serve.
Thompson will serve it again. And there's Kevin Coburn checking in for the first time on the court with his brother Sam, number 8 in the back row for UCLA. In the middle for Ian Parrish. Thompson digs it, and it's right to Kevin. And now Sam Coburn's going to get the kill, so he gets the assist from his brother, and it's 18-16.
That's got to be so special to be able to play with your sibling at a great volleyball school like UCLA. I just can't even imagine. That's such a blessing.
Yes, Sam is a redshirt senior and Kevin a redshirt sophomore, as this will be UCLA with the serve now. That was a laser unloaded. And now for Fisher, who will unload one of his own, as Sam Coburn will set up UCLA's offense as they'll go one more time. This time, that's going to get out of play. So Sam returning the favor to little brother Kevin, and it's 18-17 in favor of the Lopes, and Sam Coburn, number 5, will continue to serve for UCLA. Alex McKnight also into the game, number 12 for UCLA. Sam Coburn into the net. Lopes going to get it back up by 2, 19-17. Of course, these two sides will meet again tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. The third and final time these two sides will see each other this season, at least in the regular season, that is. And Hughes, a rare service error from him on the float serve, tried to pick out the back corner.
Yeah, that is rare. I don't think I've seen him get a service error. No, there was one other time, and that's only because he hits the net, because he goes for that short floater.
I was going to say that you don't see a lot of floats go long. As Gianni unloads one, and the Lopes back up by a pair. Of course, UCLA out of timeouts in this set. They've already used 2 of theirs. So the only timeouts left to be called are by Coach Worley.
I don't think he will. He seems pretty confident over there on that sideline.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to give UCLA a chance to talk things over if you can avoid it. Side out again, it's 20-19 for the Lopes as McHenry comes back in. Parrish will do the serving. Or, well, now they're going to end up subbing for Ian Parrish. Looks like 22, Adam Parks. One of the backup setters. He's a redshirt junior, standing at 6'5". So, Adam Parks is in. No aces on the season. His older brother Alex played on this UCLA team for 2 seasons. His mom also attended UCLA, keeping it in the family as Janke looks to unload one. Off the hands of Parks. And the Lopes up by 2, 21-19. So McLean will come out. He was getting set to serve. It's going to be Trevor Weary looking to close this thing out for the Lopes in set number 2. It's 21-19. They have a 2-point advantage. Coburn to McHenry. And Merrick Mchenry having himself a pretty good night so far, his 8th kill. Still a 1-point game. Weary checks back out, Udall's in. Lopes holding on to a 1-point lead as Kevin Coburn will do the serving here. Right at Gianni. Hughes in the middle. Thompson is stuffed, dug out by by Christian Janke, and Gianni sends it over. Coburn, that time is blocked again. McHenry couldn't get that over. Pender to Coburn. Gianni digs right at Pender. Coburn, McHenry tipped. Hughes can't keep.
And Camden Gianni, both outsides making good plays. Camden had that nice dig, and Christian, awesome net play.
Tied up now at 21 apiece, and you saw that Sam Coburn tried to get one to go down on the kill attempt. He also plays a little bit of outside hitter. He's played both. The primary setter for this UCLA team, but it's kind of nice that he can do both.
And I mean, Spurraw, he recruits the best of the best. Like we mentioned it, those Fab 50, pretty much all the guys on the team have that recognition. It's because he's such a good coach that he can get the cream of the crop. And that's what this UCLA team is.
Yeah, and a lot of them had family members either play on the team or go to the school and be involved in the athletic department at UCLA in many different ways. Very family oriented over there at UCLA. They like to keep things in the family as the Lopes look to take a 2-set advantage in this one. Tied at 21 at the moment. UCLA just picked up a tough point on a really good rally. And it looks like Kevin Coburn will continue to serve number 8 for UCLA as we wind down this Lopes timeout. Everybody back on the floor, and it looks like we are ready to go. Janke for Hughes in the middle. Thompson straight to the floor. 22-21. And Kyle Thompson gets his 2nd kill of the evening. Fisher right at Coburn, and now Coburn will set one up. Blocked. And the Lopes finally get a block that time. That's Thompson. The Lopes back up by 2, their first block of the game.
I was wondering when that was going to happen. Almost through the 2nd set, not one block, so there it is.
Only 4 between the 2 sides, the other 3 coming from UCLA. Fisher right at Pender. Coburn in the middle. McHenry sends one up. Hughes digs it out. Udall will send one for Fisher, who sends that one right into the net. It's 23-22, and just like in set number one, we're gonna see Tanner Petchel and David Keichel back into this one.
I mean, that substitution cracks me up. They obviously did a good job in that last set, though. David Keichel made a really key play.
Gianni for Petchel in the middle. Thompson gives the Lopes set point. It's 24-22. Kyle Thompson's been big down the stretch. 2 kills and a block to give the Lopes a 2-point lead. Janke gonna look to end it. Right at Pender. Gobrin outside. Block, not gonna get out of play. Give Austin Matautia the kill. And it's Merrick Mchenry. Can't make a mistake here from the service line. And Coach Worley is going to call a timeout. It's 24-23. We are going to step aside, and the Lopes clinging to a 1-point lead here inside the GCU Arena.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
Lopes with a 1-point lead, 24-23 over the 6th-ranked UCLA Bruins. Looking to take a commanding 2-set lead into what could be the 3rd and final set. UCLA has not had a lead in this 2nd set, Diana. They have tied it up a couple of times, but have never really been able to get back out in front.
Yeah, the Lopes have really used the momentum from that win from the first set. They've really carried that over into the 2nd set and used it to their advantage.
So Mchenry will serve it for UCLA. Can't make a mistake here. He's got to put it in play, and he does. Petchel for Thompson, and it's over. Set number 2 to the Lopes at 25-23, and 2 nail-biting sets, but the Lopes able to win both.
Yeah, awesome work from everyone, really. They really cut their errors, I feel like, in that set. I mean, I don't know what the exact numbers are just this second, but just in hindsight, the guys were very steady. There was less service errors, and they kind of, especially with Camden Gianni, they kind of just sat back and it focused more on ball placement rather than ball speed. And I think that really played to their advantage in the 2nd set.
Lopes have a 2-set advantage over UCLA, as we'll take a quick break as both sides have an extended break here in between the 2nd and 3rd set. You're watching GCU Men's Volleyball on GCU TV.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Lopes have a 2-set advantage over UCLA as we get set for set number 3. If you're just joining us, I'm Kyle Borg alongside Diana Johnson. Lopes won set number 1, 28-26, and the last set, 25-23. And let's take a look at the Commonwealth game stats after set number 2.
So kills, pretty even relatively. GC's got 13 to UCLA's 10. Errors, I'd say that's relatively even. Just three different between the two teams. Total attempts, even again. Hitting percentage has gone down significantly from that set number 1, 0.500 percentage. This is more realistic in my opinion. Blocks, UCLA leads. Assists, even. Digs, man, this really just goes to show how good GCU is on the defense today.
Those were your set number 2 Commonwealth game stats. And they have a 2-set advantage. And Diana, the Lopes on the game, they got 16 total digs to just UCLA's 9. So the Lopes doing a good job keeping balls alive.
Yeah, Cole Udall and Heath Hughes really carrying the team in that dig category. Heath has got 6 and Cole has 4, and then everything else is split up between those outsides. Camden has 2 and Christian has 1.
Sent back over, and Coburn's gonna set it up. And it's gonna be killed by Mata Utua.
Going along the lines of what you said in that second set, Kyle, UCLA, family really is important for them, and the Coburns family, their dad played basketball for UCLA. I was just looking at that over break. He played in 1980 to 81. So just one of many parents of these guys who have played for UCLA and even other colleges across the nation.
It's a 2-0 Bruins lead in set number 3. UCLA's got the serve. It's Coburn right at Udall. Hughes backtracking. He'll get there. Gianni tips, and it's rejected. That's Kevin Coburn and Merrick Mchenry who were there.
Sam Coburn with the serve.
3-0 Bruins lead. Now one into the net, and the Lopes are gonna get on the board here. 3-1, looking to close things out in straight sets. All time, it's just 1-6 for the Lopes against UCLA. Of course, that win came last year on February the 21st, a 3-1 Lopes victory. Right at Pender, Coburn in the middle, Mchenry, a rocket to the floor. It's 4-1. 1-2 all-time here at home are the Lopes. Their only win in the series came here inside the GCU Arena. Of course, again, last season. That one's sent over. Hughes. Janke's gonna tip, try to get it over. It's gonna be blocked. Hughes backs at Ian McLean. His second kill on 2 swings. It's 4-2.
Perfect hitting percentage. And the funny thing is, this just reminded me, Kyle, the guys have been in this arena all season long, And normally they play in Antelope Gymnasium. That's where Worley likes to play because it's a tight-knit atmosphere. It feels like it's absolutely packed to the house, even if there's not full capacity in there. Obviously, with COVID, they had to adjust everything. And
here in GCU, of course, those ended up getting postponed. So they rescheduled them for after the final series against USC. And since that's taking place around the same time as graduation, those games got moved to Antelope Gymnasium, where I believe there won't be any spectators, if I recall correctly. It'll be closed to the public. It's a 6-3 UCLA lead right now. So the Lopes have 3 home games remaining after tonight. Of course, tomorrow UCLA, then the final 2 against Concordia Irvine. Then they'll be on the road in between those to take on USC as Hugo Fisher picks up a kill, and it's back to a 2-point lead for the Bruins, 6-4. Fisher gonna serve it away for the Lopes.
I'm not exactly sure, just to check back in on that Concordia game. I'm not sure if it'll be opened or closed. I haven't seen anything on that yet, but I'd imagine so because it is a really tiny gym.
That one's sent down. That was Daniel Matheny, a redshirt sophomore middle blocker, gonna pick up a kill. Kevin Coburn's gonna serve it now, number 8 for this UCLA team from Newport Beach, California. Who was the OC Register Orange County Volleyball Player of the Year back in high school. Back row, Fisher swings, and it's rejected. Matheny and Knight were there. Matheny and Alex Knight for the block, and a timeout for head coach Matt Worley and the Lopes. It's 8-4 UCLA early on in set number 3. You're watching GCU Men's Volleyball on GCU TV.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
GCU fans, if you haven't already, it's time to download the Lope Nation app. Watch GCU home sporting events directly from your app. Receive personalized news and score updates for your favorite Lopes teams. Follow the Lopes closer than ever with scores, schedules, stories, and more. And even more perks will be coming soon. Search GCU Athletics in your phone's app store or download the GCU Athletics app now at gculopes.com/app.
Serve from Kevin Coburn is in the net. Lopes get it back. It's 8-5. Christian Janke, who's got 6 kills on the evening, for him to go along with an ace, will head back to the service line. Janke approaching that 100-kill threshold. That's outside and rejected, but kept alive. Kevin Coburn outside. Knight again. Alex Knight's going to get a kill. That is his first. And it's 9-5 UCLA. Alex Knight will serve it away, the Culver City, California native who stands at 6'6". Udall for Hughes. Gianni off of the hands. Back set, and now Janke's pass will go back to UCLA and then back out wide, and a kill for Austin Matotia.
Alex Knight, another one who has family who attended UCLA. One brother, Ryan, 2 sisters, Ellie and Lindsay, and then both parents. and their grandmother. So that's a long list of family members for Alex Knight.
Thompson is stuffed by Matheny at the net, and it's 11-5 UCLA. New libero in there also, Cole Power, number 14 for UCLA. He's in. So a couple of changes for UCLA. Not scared to throw guys in there as this team goes very deep. So now Tanner Petchel back in for the Lopes, in for Hughes. I think Coach Worley looking for a spark, trying to get his team going. Knight sends it over. Gianni right at Power. Sent over, Fisher, Petchel, quick one. Coburn's there, Coburn now, outside, right at Janke. Petchel, Gianni, not gonna go. Cross-court killer, just wide. Lopes bench thought it was in. Line judge, down official both say it was out, 12-5.
There's some different substitutions going on. You talked about that libero change, and also there's a setter change for GCU. Tanner Petchel checks in the game. Not really one I've seen much setting this year. Normally it's owner Sakur up there running the plays.
And right away, Petchel to Thompson as McLean into the front. Thompson will go to serve. It's 12-6. Lopes were down as many as 4 in set number 1, came all the way back to win it. Down 6 here in set number 3 early on. Thompson into the net, 13-6. Daniel Matheny will head back. He was also a top 5 recruit on the Fab 50 list. The redshirt sophomore. Janke's pass, an errant one, and then sent straight back down by Austin Matautua. And a service ace, and Coach Worley's going to take his second time out after the ace. And it's 15-6 UCLA here in set number 3. And while we have a timeout, let's go ahead and take a look at the GCU upcoming schedule.
So tomorrow, men's volleyball once again is going to take on UCLA. I'll be there on the call tomorrow at 2 p.m. And we got women's soccer versus California Baptist University tomorrow at 2. So lots of games going on at 2. They just played them, I think it was yesterday, tied them 1-1, 2-2. And then track and field has their Antelope Invitational. That'll be outside on campus here. That starts at 1 p.m. It's been a while since they've been on campus, so exciting thing for them.
Yeah, basketball season's over. Women's volleyball season unfortunately came to an end this afternoon in the WAC tournament after being upset by the 3 seed Utah Valley 3-1. The Lopes were the 2 seed. So their season ends at 11-4. Not a bad year for the Lopes women's volleyball team. Very impressive to watch, fun to watch, of course, all the time. Had the libero of the year, KJ Adams. Had the setter of the year, Claire Mitchell. And a couple of all-conference selections as well. Baseball at Utah Valley this weekend. They split their doubleheader today. Had a game yesterday against Utah Valley, and they have a 2-1 series lead in that. And then softball started their day with a win against New Mexico State in that series. A ton of sports still going on. A lot starting to come to the end. That one a little bit long on the serve. It's 15-7. Tanner Petchel will serve as Cole Pender is now back in for UCLA in the libero spot. Coburn to Coburn, and it's kept alive. Petchel will send a free ball over. Sam Coburn in the middle. Merrick Mchenry will end it on the second try, 16-7. UCLA starting to run away here in set number 3. Now Sam Coburn again to head back to serve. He is the only player with a triple-double in the MPSF this season. More on that in just a minute. That one's sent over. Petchel. Again, Gianni, second try. Kevin Coburn for Sam Coburn. In the middle, McHenry. Kept alive, Udall. Petchel. Gianni again. Long. 17-7, 10-point lead for UCLA. So as Sam Coburn will continue to serve, that triple-double came against USC on February the 13th. He had 10 digs, 15 assists, and 14 kills.
That's a rare thing to happen in men's volleyball, so certainly an accomplishment for him.
Especially for a primary setter who also does a little bit of outside hitting when he gets the chance, as that serve is into the net. 17-8, back down to a 9-point lead as Gianni heads back to serve it away, the 6'5" redshirt freshman from Carlsbad, California. Petchel for Janke, who is rejected by McHenry, along with Austin Matautia, who will also be doing the serving now. The Hawaii native and redshirt senior sent that one over as Fisher looks to get a kill, and it's dug out by Sam Coburn. Blocked off of the hands. Alex Knight gets a kill. I think Coach John Spurraw has found himself a lineup here in set number 3 that has been giving the Lopes some fits.
And there's a reason he's been named Coach of the Year several times.
Janke left-handed tip over is kept in. Power sends that one to Kevin Coburn, and it's blocked and now dug out by McHenry in the back. Or now McHenry's going to get a kill, excuse me. That was Austin Matautia who got the dig, and now he'll continue to serve. 20-8.
He played at Hawaii for a couple of years before transferring to UCLA. Senior last year here at UCLA.
And Ian McLean gets one to fall. 20-10. Or now 22-9 rather. It's an 11-point lead. Kevin Coburn gonna get a kill. 21-9. Merrick Mchenry will do the server. He's got double-digit kills in 6 of his last 7 matches, and now you can make it 7 of his last 8. He's got 11 here on the evening so far and counting. He's first in the MPSF in hitting percentage, 10th nationally, as Thompson gets a huge kill. Lopes got a mountain to climb. Can't make very many mistakes, need a run. Coach Worley out of timeouts for the set. Coach Spurraw has both of his. Sam Coburn back set for Kevin Coburn, whose attempt goes way long and an attack error for him. They're gonna say it got touched. They're gonna say that got touched. Fisher thought he was headed back to keep serving, and it's 22-10. Coach Worley and the up official having an exchange of words. Petchel will send one over. A couple times off the net, Lopes get it over. And now Kevin Coburn, that time right to the floor. It's 23-10, so a big swing there on that one, that last point that was called in favor of UCLA, and then they pick up another one, and now 2 points away from winning their first set here. Udall, Petchel, Gianni from the back, blocked and out of play. 23-11. Janke's gonna do the serving. He's got one ace today. string a couple in a row together, and the Lopes might get a little bit of momentum back. Down by 12 right now. Gianni off the errant pass right to the net. Gianni, another kill. He's got 11.
Christian Jenke to serve.
See if the Lopes can put together a decent run here.
Cut back into this UCLA lead. Jenke's gonna pick up the ace. There you go, back-to-back points now for the Lopes. Back within 10. Still not a lot of room for error. Be interesting to see how long this run goes on and how long Coach Spurraw will take before he calls a timeout. Still got a 10-point advantage, so still comfortable lead for UCLA. As Jenke serves it out of play, and it's now set point for the Bruins. Alex Knight to be the server. He was the 2019 VolleyballMag.com National High School Player of the Year. So the sophomore outside hitter sends it over in the middle. Thompson. Gets to Udall eventually. Now for Gianni. Into the Havoc section for a kill for Camden, and it's 24-13. Thompson heads back to serve. Thompson can't hit the line, and that will end set number 3, 25-14. Lopes hold a 2-1 lead as we get set for the 4th set in this match, as we will step aside and get you ready for the 4th set here inside the GCU Arena after this.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
It's time to...
Back inside the GCU Arena as we get ready for the 4th and possible final set here in this matchup between the number 6 UCLA Bruins and the number 9 Grand Canyon University Lopes. Let's take a look at your set 3 stats brought to you by Commonwealth Insurance.
So GCU got 8 kills, UCLA's 12. They're pulling ahead in that category. Errors, GCU really struggling there. Total attempts even, hitting percentage. Wow, what a difference between the teams. UCLA really ahead with a .478. That's a great number for them. Blocks, pulled ahead there. Assists, pretty even. And digs, GCU is still ahead in that category, really putting up some good defense against those Bruins out there.
The Lopes just 2-1 at home this season. This is only the 4th time they've been able to be here inside the GCU Arena. A very road-heavy schedule. Of course, they're coming off a 5-game road trip, 2 at Stanford, and then, of course, those 3 at number 5 Pepperdine last Friday through Sunday. BYU on the road, 5-3 this season. Their last win was at Stanford on March the 24th in a 4-set victory for them. Down 2-1, UCLA with some work to do. The Lopes in the driver's seat right now, trying to close things out here inside the GCU Arena on this Good Friday on April the 2nd, Easter weekend. As classes will finish online, making the shift back to remote learning is the GCU community possibly. It's a pretty full arena here this evening, Diana, probably taking in one more game before students start to head back home.
Yeah, definitely, and fans, I don't know if you've tuned in to previous games, but they've gotten rid of how many thousands of cardboard cutouts of famous characters, athletes, actors, singers. They've gotten rid of them in preparation for graduation, so.
You mean we don't get to graduate with the cardboard cutouts in the audience? That would be fun. I'd like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. As the last serve from Matheny goes out of play, and it's 1-0 GCU. Fisher unloading one. Janke gonna get it, and it's popped up. Knight's gonna run it down for Coburn. And Sam Coburn finds the floor, and it's tied at 1. Of course, attendance here has been upped a little bit as well. There are no active cases of COVID-19 on the GCU campus, a great milestone to achieve according to the last update from earlier in this week. And also earlier this week, GCU announced that the remainder of their outdoor sports, as that one's a solo block from Merrick Mchenry to give UCLA a 2-1 lead. GCU announced the remainder of their outside sports, so baseball, softball will get public attendance now. 45% capacity, I believe, is what the number was. Of course, social distancing will still be intact, along with masks having to be worn while in attendance. But hey, you can get your tickets to the remaining baseball, softball events here on campus as well. Exciting time, baseball, softball, both on the road this week. Coburn sends that outside, and it's wide and out of play, tied back up 2 apiece here in set number 4.
Some good even momentum coming from that last set. GCU really pulling it together, scrapping out a few points in that.
Side out, Bruin.
3-2 UCLA. In 4 set decisions this year, the Lopes are 1-1, while the Bruins are 7-2. Hughes gets it. Errant pass from Hughes as that gets out of play. Thompson was able to adjust, and then the attack from UCLA was sent out of play.
Kyle Thompson to serve.
3-3 is the score here, set number 4. Lopes are also 5-1 after winning the opening set on the season so far, as Kevin Coburn, he's had himself a nice night off the bench. He's up to 6 kills now. It's 4-3 in favor of the Bruins of UCLA. Of course, a big day for the Bruins tomorrow, that being from the basketball side, as UCLA men's basketball team's in the Final Four. They'll take on the top overall seed in Gonzaga, UCLA the 11, just the second team, as a big service ace from Merrick Mchenry. Just the second time an 11 seed has advanced to the Final Four, the first since Shaka Smart's VCU Rams were able to do it out of the first 4. Pretty impressive run from the Pac-12 and UCLA. Definitely be rooting them on in March Madness tomorrow.
I believe they play at like 5:35.
5:34 to be exact, if you want to start getting technical with it. The first game tips at 2:14, and then the UCLA game at 5:34. I just think those are really odd times. Why start at 14 and 34?
I saw that. I was so confused. I would love to know why they chose those times. Very strange.
Has to do something with clearing everybody out and cleaning and getting stuff done. I don't know. It'll be a fun one tomorrow. Men's basketball coming to an end. This set here is 6-4 UCLA as they get it back, and now Kevin Coburn will do the serving. Of course, this UCLA volleyball team, they got a couple guys that played basketball in high school, including the server Kevin Coburn. Udall, Hughes, back row Janke right into the net. Couldn't get it to fall. Wanted that one, and it's 7-4 UCLA.
UCLA pulling ahead here. This is where the Lopes really need to keep their mental game in check.
Kevin Coburn serves that one a little bit long, and it's 7-5. Gianni will step back, serve it away for the Lopes this time. And Gianni answers with a long serve of his own. Back up to a 3-point Bruins lead. UCLA sitting in second place in the conference, of course, behind BYU, who's 14-2 on the season in the MPSF. That one's rejected. Hugo Fisher with the stuff with two hands, and it's 8-6. Momentum definitely on UCLA's side. Lopes trying to get back in it as McLean's serve goes into the net, and it's 9-6 in favor of the Bruins.
36 combined service errors between the two teams. That's like 1.5 sets of points.
Just about, and it's gonna be Matheny to serve. And like we talked about in that third set, Diana, it looks like UCLA's found their rotation here, not using a ton of their normal starters, as this one will get outside. Udall, Coburn's got to run it down, and now his brother will send it over again. Janke's there. Hughes for Fisher. He's rejected at the net. The Bruins go up by 4. As the Lopes will talk things over, it's 10-6 UCLA, and we will step aside here in set number 4. This is GCU men's volleyball on GCU TV.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
While you explore our country, let Community Tire Pros be part of your journey. We're here to give everyone something to look forward to. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you. When you have the urge to play outside, Tire Pros wants to get you there, offering convenience, selection, and our national roadside assistant. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you.
Back inside the GCU Arena on the campus of Grand Canyon University in the heart of the Valley of the Sun of Phoenix, Arizona. It's a 10-6 UCLA lead early, set number 4. Lopes got a 2-1 advantage, jumped out to a 2-0 set advantage before UCLA dominated set number 3. And got a set back and trying to push us to an all-decisive set number 5. Matheny sends it over, and we're back underway. Janke not gonna fall. Outside, blocked again. Hugo Fisher with back-to-back solo blocks, and it's 10-7. Now Fisher heads back to serve. Now I was just getting ready to say that the Lopes average about 2.3 blocks per set. They're second in the conference, right in front of UCLA, who averages about 2.2 blocks per set. But UCLA really being the dominant team in the blocking category, 8-3 total between the two teams, as that one's killed by Merrick Mchenry. And this will get to Sam Coburn.
Sam Coburn replacing a super duper freshman from last year, Mads Kaya Jensen. I remember him. I remember thinking, wow, that's a crazy good setter. He's 6'10". I expected him to return to UCLA, but no, he actually turned pro after just one season. He departed to join the Italian professional team, so Sam really had some big shoes to fill this season.
And he's done a fantastic job at that. 36 assists in this one so far. He's got 40 assists at least in 9 matches this season and 13th in the nation for assists per set as UCLA goes back up by 4 after the serve from Coburn moments ago was right off the back of the head of Merrick Mchenry, and the Lopes got it, and then UCLA just getting that last point on the kill by Mchenry. And now a whistle, and we'll get a violation, and the Lopes get it back, and we're at a 3-point UCLA lead at 12-9. As Thompson will head back to serve it away. Coburn in the middle, give him another assist to Merrick Mchenry, who's got 15 kills on the night. McHenry's gonna step back to do the serving. Was a 3-sport athlete in high school, played basketball and baseball as well. To go along with his men's volleyball skills, he'll send that over. It's in the middle, McLean is rejected. Knight and Matheny. 9th team block for UCLA. Or actually, they're going to say that one ended up falling right in front of the block just moments ago, so it's 13-10. So the Lopes have the point, got it back. Now a block from the Lopes is out of play, and it's back to a 4-point lead, 14-10. Kevin Coburn heads back to serve it away. Gianni Hughes, return pass on the give and go. Gianni's 13th kill. Lopes back within 3. They got to get on a run here.
The timing of that was impeccable. As soon as I saw Heath Hughes send that one back and where Camden Gianni was on his approach, I knew that that ball was just down.
Gianni to serve. Off speed, almost got down. Back row for Kevin Coburn. Nobody from the Lopes defense moved as he split defenders, and Kevin Coburn just picked up his 8th kill. He's now 2nd on the UCLA team, 3rd on the leaderboard between both sides, or 4th rather, behind Fisher and Gianni and McHenry. As Gianni gets that, Hughes in the middle, McLean not gonna get down. Fisher stuffs, and back within 3. Lopes still within striking distance, Diana. They're not gonna go away easily here in set number 4.
No, I wouldn't count them out. And the cool thing about volleyball is anyone can come back from anywhere to win any game.
In the middle, it's blocked, kept alive, outside. Sam Coburn sent that one over, couldn't get it to go. Janke gets that one through. And it's down, and it's 15-13. Thunder just paid us a visit up here in the booth on his way down.
Normally he sits up in front of me and blows me kisses, so he gave me a fist bump this time.
Out of play, Lopes back within 1. Yeah, he came up here and started banging on our dividers, and I was like, who's doing that? And I look over, and it's Thunder. Who else would do it?
Yeah, who else?
Who else?
I'm pretty sure he was dumping stuff on the people from the above tier.
Yeah, I saw that earlier,
below.
too. I was a little confused as to what was happening. Thunder known for his antics.
Silly guy.
Classic Thunder. 15-14 UCLA. That one's back for Kevin Coburn, give him his 9th kill. Back to a 2-point Bruins advantage. So dominant third set for UCLA. They won it 25-14. Lopes took the first two by 2 points, 28-26, 25-23. Back and forth affair here in set 4. Outside, Fisher with the big left hand. It's gonna fall. Fisher's got double-digit kills, 16-15.
Something to keep an eye on is a double-double, potential double-double on the Lopes side. Heath Hughes, he's got 22 assists and 8 digs. Picks up 2 more, he's got 1, which will be his first double-double, I believe, of the season.
Doesn't quite fall for the ace. Back to a 2-point UCLA Bruin lead. Cole Power back in. Looks like UCLA's back to a 2 libero system here. Offense for defense, it would appear. Lopes do that on occasion with Avery Enriquez and Cole Udall. Haven't really seen it too much this season. As once again, Sam Coburn, the redshirt senior, back to serve it. And it's into the net. Back within a point, Diana. And this is a lot what we saw in set number 1. Lopes got out to an early lead. UCLA took over. Lopes kept getting it back within a point. Couldn't tie it up until they tied it at 21, and then ultimately took the set 28-26. So Janke serves one up. Didn't get down. McHenry is rejected by Kyle Thompson. Thompson's second block of the evening. He leads the team in blocks, so he's got 38 now on the season, and we are knotted up at 17. Janke unloads a rocket, and it's corralled by the Bruins. Blocked and out of play. That's David Kieshel into the game once again, along with Tanner Petchel. And it's 18-17 UCLA. We've seen that substitution in all of the sets that the Lopes have won here tonight.
Yeah, it's just a different look for UCLA to work around.
And it's worked as the Petchel will set Kieshel. It won't get down as Power corrals it. Kevin Coburn gonna get a kill, and UCLA back up by 2. Matautia into the net. Lopes back within a point, Diana. We've said that quite a bit. It's very back and forth here in set number 4. This is going to go a long way if we have to go to a set number 5. The only way we do that is if UCLA holds on and gets a win. Thompson that time gets it over. Coburn for Coburn. Out of play on the block from Gianni. – 20-18, UCLA. McHenry to serve. Right at Udall, his pass a little long. Petchel runs it down. Kieshel can't keep that one in play. It's a 3-point lead. Coach Worley's gonna talk about it. 21-18 here in set number 4, coming to the closing stages. We'll step aside and take one final break as it's a 3-point UCLA lead looking to force set number 5 here on GCU TV.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Back inside the GCU Arena, 21-18, UCLA lead. Set number 4. It's a 2-1 Lopes advantage in favor of the sets. So, with a UCLA win, we go to an all-decisive 5th set. This is Merrick Mchenry. 15 kills for him. He leads everybody. He'll do the serving right at Janke. Gianni gets it over. Kevin Coburn, another kill for him. He's had a great night off the bench. He's got 12 now. McHenry again. Right at Janke. Petchel in the middle. McLean is blocked. Udall gets his hands to it. And Janke gets it to Gianni, who will have to send a free ball over. In the middle, or outside now, Coburn. He's kept alive. Gianni! Huge kill for Camden Gianni and the Lopes. And it's 22-19.
That is a vital point for the Lopes in order to keep them in this 4th set.
And now Fisher Hughes back in, looking to close things out. Quick breathers for both of them. 22-19, down by 3. Gianni just picked up kill 14. Hughes floats one and it gets back to the Lopes. They're gonna get a chance now to set things up outside or in the middle. Gianni from the back row, they're gonna say it was out of play. The line judge had to avoid getting hit, so the officials elected to make the official call, and I thought that one hit the back corner. It's definitely pretty close.
Definitely was a close one to call. Those are difficult, especially when the down ref is trying not to get absolutely nailed.
Kevin Coburn right at Cole Udall for Heath Hughes outside. Gianni answers, and it's 23-20. Gianni and McHenry are going back and forth now as Gianni 14 kills, McHenry 15. It's going to be a fun 5th set if we get there, and it's going to be a great close to set number 4. UCLA's got a 3-point lead as Gianni sends it over on the off speed. That's really been working for him here this evening. As Sam Coburn's got to send it over. Hughes for Fisher. Gets down, and it's a 2-point lead for UCLA.
Those are vital points, like I mentioned before, to keep the Lopes in this game, and really Camden Gianni has really been a big part of them staying in this 4th set. And it's going to be interesting these next few points.
Well, absolutely, as Coach Spurraw wants to talk about it. His team just needs 2 to force that 5th set. And of course, it's a battle in the MPSF every single night. With a conference-only schedule, there's not really much of a break here this season that you get. And you're seeing these teams more than you would in a normal season. You're seeing them 3, maybe 4 times before you even get to the conference tournament or even the NCAA tournament. As, of course, they got BYU, Pepperdine, UCLA, Grand Canyon all ranked with Concordia Irvine receiving votes. So that's 5 teams basically ranked. 4 ranked, 1 receiving votes in the MPSF. They definitely, if not the top conference in America, it's top 2 because the Big West with Long Beach State and Hawaii is also a very solid conference. But
yeah, Hawaii, another great volleyball program. I really wish that we got out to that Hawaiian Invitational to play them once or twice. I really enjoy watching our team play them.
Played them last season at Hawaii, got swept 3-0. They were out there at that Rainbow Warrior Invitational. So a 2-point lead Gianni into the net, and we're at set point for the Bruins. That'll bring in Cole Power, the libero, to play defense as Alex Knight will go back, serve it away. Sophomore outside hitter, looking to end things. Right down to the floor, Hugo Fisher.
That's his 13th kill. He's right there up there. He's right behind Camden Gianni with 14.
McHenry 15, Gianni 14, Fisher 13, 24-22. Weary's gonna serve. Seen Trevor Weary in 2 of the 3 sets late to serve it for GCU. Not gonna fall for an ace. Off the hands, Gianni gets there and keeps it alive. Weary one hand, send it over. Lopes still alive. Back row, Kevin Coburn can't get it to fall. Hughes and Gianni trying to get out of the way, can't roll. And it's sent back over to UCLA in the middle. Matheny gonna kill it. And that's gonna do it, 25-22. But what hustle from the Lopes that time to just stay in it.
Whoa, that was a lot that happened in that play. Really awesome hustle. Lopes really putting in some hard to stay in that 4th set, but couldn't do it. We're gonna have to go to a 5th set.
As the captains do the coin toss to see who's gonna get the serve. The Lopes had a 2-set advantage, 2-0, and UCLA has won sets 3 and 4. So we will go to the all-decisive, all-magical 5th set when we come back right here on GCU TV.
While you explore our country, let Community Tire Pros be part of your journey. We're here to give everyone something to look forward to. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
When you have the urge to play outside, Tire Pros wants to get you there, offering convenience, selection, and our national roadside assistant. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you.
About time we washed it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Back inside the GCU Arena as we get ready for the all-decisive, all-magical, all-important 5th set as we take a look at your set number 4, Commonwealth insurance stats.
UCLA leading in kills, errors, sitting even for that 4th set. Total attempts, pretty even. Hitting percentage, UCLA dropped from that 3rd set, and GCU improved theirs a little bit more. Blocks, relatively even. Assists, UCLA pulling ahead in that category to GCU's 35. Digs, good cumulative number for them with 24. And assists and digs are cumulative throughout the game.
Both sides talking things over one final time before we get to the 5th set, which is first team to 15 points, or you gotta win by 2. So we'll play at least to 15. Could be longer, who knows? Only one way to find out. Let's do it. The GCU Arena on their feet and getting loud and proud for the Lopes, who are 0-2 in 5-set decisions this season. UCLA 1-1 on the year in 5 sets. Lost to Concordia Irvine, beat Pepperdine. Lopes lost to BYU and Pepperdine as well.
And it's a quick set, just goes to 15, not 25 like the others. So they got to be really sharp going back to that Sanderson forward key.
And what a way to start things off. Ian McLean, give him an ace. And at least half the arena can take a seat. Nobody sits to the Lopes score. Well, the Havocs, they never sit. They're right in front of us. They're still standing. McLean got his second ace on the night after that one. That one sent over. Merrick Mchenry answers. He's got 16 kills. Sam Coburn will do the serving. Sent over, block, kept alive by the Lopes. Janke outside. Fisher pushing into the block, kept alive still. Udall sends one over. Off the hands, Gianni. Udall. Janke's got to get there, and he's going to be rejected. McHenry, Kevin Coburn, and Austin Matsaotia were there. It's 2-1 UCLA. Thompson blocked. Merrick Mchenry all by himself. He's got 4 blocks with 15 kills. And Merrick Mchenry, man, has he been great. 52 blocks on the season now. Came into the night with 48, and he was 5th in the conference in total blocks. It's a 3-1 UCLA lead. Long, out of play. Lopes catching a break, 3-2, and you got to do that sometimes in these 5th sets. You kind of wait for a service error sometimes when the offense isn't flowing just yet. See if the offense can get going here as it's a 3-2 Bruins lead. Off of the net. In the middle, McHenry off of the hands. And it's 4-2. Right at Gianni. Hughes, back row. Fisher got it to go. 4-3.
Excitement flowing through all 5 sets here tonight. I mean, what else could you want on a Friday night? Some exciting volleyball.
Gianni, right at Pender. Coburn, McHenry, who else? Merrick McHenry, 16 kills. Over Gianni, off the antenna, 6-3. McHenry will serve with a 3-point lead. That gets out of play, service error, 6-4. Weary back in, he's gonna serve it. Now normally when you get your first team to 8, you would switch sides. But with rules this season, teams stay on the same side of their net. Weary sends it over. Kevin Coburn tip. Hughes is there. Janky. Gianni trying to recover, can't do so. 7-4 UCLA.
It'll be interesting to see, I was just thinking about this, how sports move forward from how COVID has affected them. If volleyball will go back to switching sides at one point, or if it'll just stay like this from now on.
Right at Cole Udall. Hughes for Gianni. Back for Kevin Coburn, finding the line, 8-4 UCLA. And that's going to be a media timeout now, halfway through, so both sides are gonna get a break. And it's a 8-4 UCLA lead here in set number 5. Lopes got some work to do.
So on UCLA's side, we got Merrick Mchenry really coming out and playing really well for UCLA. Some interesting facts about him. His mom played volleyball at Texas Tech, and his dad played football at Texas Tech and Texas A&M Commerce. He's got an older brother, Metric, and older sister, Mackenzie, along with a twin sister, Mally, all starting with the letter M's. I think that's so cute. He chose UCLA for the great education, the great volleyball, and great tradition. He's also, one of his hobbies is photography, which is really neat. He's had some experience on the USA volleyball team. He was a member of the USA Youth National Training Team in 2018. And obviously, he's on that Fab 50 recruit list by VolleyMag, as are most of the UCLA players.
Let's go, Lopes. We need to now. Let's go.
So Lopes need a run. It's 8-4, running out of time. Only played to 15. They had a 2-0 advantage. UCLA has won the last 2. That's how we got here. Momentum is completely in favor of the Bruins. Out of play. Lopes get it back.
Hughes to serve.
Hughes sends it over on the serve. Back outside. Knight rejected, sent back over. McLean. Hughes. Fisher. Got it. 8-6. Fisher getting the kill. Sent over. Coburn for his brother Kevin. Janky's with it. Back out. Gianni. 8-7. UCLA. Lopes back within striking distance and the point. And we're going to take a timeout because Coach John Spurraw wants to talk about it. 8-7 here in set number 5. We're going to step aside and have the conclusion of set number 5 when we come back on GCU TV.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss. Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
Back inside the GCU Arena, set number 5, about halfway through it. It's 8-7 UCLA. Lopes were down 8-4, went on a 3-0 scoring run, and forced UCLA to call a timeout. Hughes is still the server for the Lopes. In the middle, Matheny ends the run, and it's 9-7. Sent over right at Gianni. Hughes back for Camden. He's blocked. Fisher. Gianni again, blocked. Gets Matheny. And it's another 3-point lead for UCLA. Alex Knight's the server. This UCLA lineup has given the Lopes fits since they entered in the third set. Went to that 2 libero lineup. And now Gianni muscling it through to keep the Lopes within striking distance.
Esperaz, a genius when it comes to crafting the right lineup. He knows his competition. He's done hours probably of researching the GCU boys and what really their weaknesses and their strengths are, and he's put together the perfect lineup for that.
Service ace, Camden Gianni. It's 10-9 UCLA. Cue the yes chant from the Havocs, and the Lopes still hanging tough. Gianni's only ace on the day, coming at the most opportune time for the Lopes. Service error from Camden Gianni, back to a 2-point advantage, 11-9. Daniel Matheny is going to be the server, except he will check out for Adam Parks. The redshirt junior back into the game for the second time. He was also a top 5 recruit, one of the setters on this UCLA team. Into the net, service error from Adam Parks. And the substitution that time didn't work off for UCLA. It's 11-10. Here is McLean for the Lopes. Started off the set with an ace. Coburn to his brother. Gonna fall just in between the lines in the back corner, 12-10. UCLA starting to feel it a little bit here. Lopes not going away. If nothing else, they are fighters. Janke got it off the touch. Back within a point, it's 12-11. UCLA is looking to push a 2-game win streak to 3. Lopes looking to end a 3-game win streak. Pick up their second ever win against UCLA. Looking to get their first win in a 5-set decision. UCLA looking to get their second of the year. Janke's serve is out of play. 13-11, and here comes Petchel and Keyshell for Fisher and Hughes. So, Austin Matsautia. He's gonna be the server for UCLA. Send it over. Petchel for Keyshell. That got tipped. No, it didn't. Match point. Coach Worley's gonna use his timeout. It's 14-11 in favor of the Bruins and Diana. The Lopes can't make any more mistakes. It's match point for the Bruins.
Yeah, they definitely have my heart racing here on this Friday night. Just a touch on Keys. rotation is key, and rotation really has been key for both sides. John Speraw picking out that perfect lineup. That's really where that turning point in the game was in that third and fourth set, forcing it to this fifth set. GCU finding their perfect rotation throughout the season. Even Coach Worley has switched it up a lot with Tanner Petchel and other substitutions in the game, such as those service substitutions as well, to kind of keep that flow going. My second key was sharp. It's all about keeping it sharp, and the boys have had errors that they probably shouldn't have made, but overall they've kept it relatively sharp, and that's where it was really good. Those first and second sets, they pulled ahead. The final key is level-headed. That first set, love the mentality of the guys, and it's really crucial here in this fifth set that they keep level-headed in this point.
Here we go. UCLA will serve. Matautia. Match point. Udall. Petchel. Janky can't get it to fall. Cobran for his brother Kevin. Out of play. That got touched, and it's over. UCLA 15-11, winning it 3-2. The Lopes had a two-set advantage, and UCLA crawled their way back and won it 3-2. Diana, what did you see from both sides?
You know, first and second set were great. The momentum was obviously in the Lopes' favor, but that rotation change by Speraw was just crucial in that, and that really gave UCLA that third set is when he made that change. That threw the Lopes off. Third and fourth, they had the momentum there. Fifth set, Lopes were not in the driver's seat, essentially. So tough loss for the guys. The good news is, though, they're going to come back here tomorrow, and they're going to try at it again. They're going to do their best.
Yeah, they're going to get another shot at this number 6 UCLA team at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, April the 3rd. UCLA was able to come back down 2-0. The Lopes were led by Gianni. He's pretty much been the leader all season long for the Lopes. And for the Bruins, it was Merrick Mchenry who had himself a great evening with upwards of 20 kills for him. UCLA will move to 12-4 on the season. Same record in MPSF play. Lopes fall to 4-9 on the season with a same record in MPSF action. Remember to follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and don't forget to download the Lope Nation app so you can watch all the live streams from your mobile device, or go ahead, click subscribe on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. A reminder again, 2 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday, April the 3rd, right here on GCU TV. These same two teams, Bruins, Lopes, will do battle for the third time this season, and the Lopes will look to send the home faithful home victoriously. Well, for our wonderful GCU TV crew, for Diana Johnson, I am Kyle Borg, saying have a great rest of your Good Friday, a good Easter weekend, and as always, go Lopes.